All right, Larry, I'm going to talk about this beautiful lady that I'm going to introduce and how I met her. This girl I was telling you about, Morgan Mitchell. And but here's how we met, right? My wife wanted to go do hydrofit. And I was like, I don't want to go to do it, like water aerobics. That's for old people. And then, then she wanted me to do aqua Zumba. I'm like, I hate those, became some of my favorite things to do in the week. So, I first went with Deb and I'm thinking, you're going to do water aerobic stuff, man. That's for old people. And I hate to say it, and Morgan will agree, there is a lot of old people in our class, right? Sometimes I feel like I'm in a retirement home, but you know what? It's good for them because they're stretching, they're working on strength, they're getting cardio down. And I'm telling you, Morgan rocks. A lot of people do good hydro fit classes, but man, Deb and I always say, man, the cardio was awesome because she comes up with all these crazy cardio ideas in the water and the strength exercise. So, Deb and I just love Morgan. We love her energy. We love her music selection. It's so awesome to be outside in Arizona where it's hot in the morning, to be out there with the sun and the music. And then you got Morgan up there. And this is one of her big things she likes to say. And at first I was very reluctant to answer. She'll go, yes. And she'll go, yes, yes. And then you have to go, yes, yes. And at first I was like, now I'm back. Yes, yes, right? Because she's getting everybody riled up. She's a motivator, and she's got a great story to tell. Because you know what? She didn't just become an instructor; she was a student for years. And so, Morgan, share your story, because I always look at your posts and I said, I love this girl. She's living the dream.
Oh gosh, thank you so much. Well, thank you for having me, both of you guys. I appreciate it. Gosh, to kind of put it in a nutshell, when I first started my journey, the highest number I can remember is 255 pounds. I had just had my third daughter, and I was just really sad and depressed. I kind of had lost my identity in being a mom, and I just didn't really know where I wanted to go. And so I started kind of going to the gym, and it was good, but I was just kind of lost. I didn't have a trainer. I was just kind of like doing here and there. So a friend was doing at-home workouts, and I was like, well, with 3 kids, it's like a workout trying to get all them to the gym. So I was like, well, let me try this. So I tried, started doing at-home workouts for a long time, and my husband was in the Army. So he was always, gone, and, he could never, like, for sure be home. So doing these at-home workouts, and I just fell in love with them. I started sharing on social media my journey as accountability. And then it was actually my husband's idea. He was like, well, don't just share like sweaty selfies, share like videos, share the struggles. And I was like, all right. And come to find out, I ended up being relatable with a lot of women, a lot of people. And it just became my heart and my passion through that. And then as I grew more confidence in doing the at-home workouts and kind of pushing myself, I always had loved group fitness. I loved Zumba. It was my heart. And so when we finally moved to Arizona, I found Lifetime and went to their Zumba class. And then
Lifetime, we're Lifetime fans. We love
Lifetime. And then fell in love with actually Courtney, who is at that club. And I was like, man, I would love to be an instructor, but it was just kind of like I would love to. I never really thought I would do it. And my husband was like, if there's a training, just go, just do it. And he's always been the one of like, stop thinking about it, just go do it. So I got certified to be a Zumba instructor. I taught at another previous gym for a while. Lifetime came across on my radar. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just kind of shoot my shot. And so I auditioned and ended up getting hired at the newest club. And so I've been there for almost a year now, and it's just changed my life. I've met so many incredible people like Cliff and his wife, and I think, they always say they love the class, but they make my Monday. They bring so much good energy, and sometimes they bring me donuts. So I'm just all about balance and, setting goals. And yeah, that's kind of it's like, I tried to do it shorter.
I'm being good for you. I'm not bringing you donuts. You know that, right? And you're not bringing me crumble cookies.
I know.
That's my weakness. That was my weakness. I started, every time we go, one of our doctors is right over there in Estrella Parkway. And so we're like, we got to pick up some. So everywhere I'm going, we got to go pick up some, cookies. And you always bring 4. And then you realize there's 600 calories each.
Oh my gosh, and they're so sweet.
And I told Deb, you just ate 1,200 calories and I ate about 1,300. Oh my gosh. No wonder because I shot up I mean, when I first moved here, I was like 220, and then I was up to 242. My last thought, when I went to my doctor, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Couldn't fit any of my clothes anymore. I had like 2 shorts. I bought 30 size 36s, and that was it. And then one ripped, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to go find another pair. Right now, I'm back into all my. I was telling Larry on a previous talk, I'm a hoarder. Like I go in and if I see something at Costco, I go, oh, camo jean, camo shorts. And I got to end up buying 5 pair. So I had all these size 34s that just sat there for like 2 years. I couldn't wear them. And now I'm wearing them. I'm wearing back these brand new size 34s, and I'm back in all my jeans that I didn't have.
Yes.
And you know what it's like. We that's an obstacle for us, and will always be the temptation. Deb's a cookie hound, and she loves cookies. I mean, there was times I'd go in and I was like, girl, you just finished that whole box of cookies. I didn't even have one. I mean, what's up with that?
They're so good.
Yeah. So but it is, we have to learn that discipline, because we both know the journey, how hard it is to get back when you start to go off. And then, at my age and, Deb's age, it's really hard. I tell people, I go, okay, you're complaining because you're in your 40s. Yeah, let me tell you, when you're in your 50s, it was harder. 60s, you're like, oh my God. And I'm almost 70. And I'm telling you, it is like, you just look at a cookie and you gain weight. Right.
Yes.
So I think what you did, and I would always see your Facebook posts, and I thought, she's just awesome because she's doing it. There's so many people who just give up, and I shared, some stories with one of my students. I mean, look at him now. I love Danny. I mean, he's a great guy, great student, but now he's in assisted living. He's overweight, and I talked to him. He's down on himself, and I just said, God, I wish I was still there and he was training with me because I could help him. But it ultimately, it has to be your choice, right? You made the choice that I don't like this anymore. I'm going to do something about it. So tell us some of your struggles in the beginning. I mean, did you feel like when you first started going to the gym, like when you're getting there, like, oh, I can't do this anymore? Or did you have any motivational posters? Did you have any goals on your wall that helped you? Or was your husband going, come on, baby, I know you can do this? It's like,
God, I mean, on the hard days, he was definitely he's always been my biggest cheerleader. But I did, and I try to still do it, but I make a vision board of things that I want to achieve. And actually, the crazy thing is being a lifetime instructor was one of them. And so to see that kind of come to fruition is insane to me still to this day. But yeah, I would always try to set small attainable goals of, maybe drinking a gallon of water a day, or, maybe just getting 10,000 steps a day, or drinking, having one big salad a day. Those small steps and getting those small wins for me were so huge, and they just kind of snowball affected into this big, massive, weight loss story. I think the struggles that at least as a woman, and I don't know, I'm sure as men can struggle too, but being on social media, you have 2 ends. You can always see like some struggles here and struggles there, or you have like somebody's like perfect reel, and it's like they're killing their workouts, their nutrition's perfect, they are like abbed up, perfect butt. And so I got caught in like that comparison game and wanting to give up and not being there. But you just kind of have to realize that everybody's journey, literally everybody's journey, is so different. And some people, are gonna show you the up, up, and up, but really it's just like this up and down battle that you have to learn, just kind of how to keep pushing through. And I think that's what I've learned. And
what I love about you, Morgan, when you come out, you give yourself, right? You come out and you just give yourself in class, right? You're not pretentious. You're showing who you really are. And that's what Deb and I love about you. We were working out the other day, and I'm hitting biceps, and I'm looking over, and there's these 2 girls, and they're like, taking pictures of their butts and doing that. And they have their little weights by them. And I told Deb, I go, if they spent less time trying to get good pictures for their Instagram and just work out, they look a lot better, right? Because they're so into worrying about their shots, right? They were like getting their angles and shooting their butts, and then they would do a little bit of weights, like,
get like a little pump.
Yeah.
Like, you guys.
So then I get a little embarrassed when I tell them, hey, quick, take a quick picture of me and my guns. I'm gonna go post this.
Hey, every now and then it's fine though, but like, don't come to the gym. Like, I call them the Instagram models, and I'm not knocking them, but like, move out of the way so I can do my workout, please.
Yeah, and I think that's why you have such a good following, because there's so many people out there who are just struggling. they're not ever going to be like that. Because it's like Deb always says, oh yeah, when you were 20s, in your 20s, it was pretty easy to look tight. And she's right, your 20s, because I look at people that I've known that were back in their 20s, and all of a sudden 20 years later, you go, what happened? Because now they had to work out.
Yeah.
That's what you are now. You have to work out and exercise. When you're young, it's easy,
Mm-hmm.
And then I was sometimes I'll see some younger girl, I go, I don't think she works out. I wonder what it's going to be like when she's 20 years older, because you better start learning to work out, because it's very important.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, we're really inspired about, we love your energy in your classes. And like I said, we love all the instructors at Lifetime. I always brag about this club, because I tell everyone, I've never seen a club this big, and the people are great there. The staff are friendly, Suzanne, she became the concierge, remember, whatever.
Yep, concierge manager.
Yeah, she's always greeting and happy and smiling, and it makes you feel welcome. You feel like family when you go there. Because when Deb and I moved here, just like as you moved, we didn't know anyone. We moved, left. It was a big decision. We left all our family, all our friends, all our students that we've over 25 years we accumulated, and then to come down here and we only knew 2 sets of people, right? And so we don't know anyone. And now when we go to the club, I told Deb, because it was like, it gets really hot, as in Arizona. And this year, Deb was like about June, July. She goes, I want to move. It's too hot. I want to move. And I go, okay. We started looking around. I go, Deb, we're looking at Las Cruces and areas like there. I go, there's no Lifetime club. There's no clubs. That's all they are. These like little hole in the wall clubs. We can't move. We're like 2 months away from Lifetime. We are not moving. But you know what it really was? It's funny. It's not so much the heat, is she hates looking out and not seeing any greenery. She's so used to greenery, and she just says everything's just tan looking and dead looking, So you know what she did? She has you have to come over to our house sometimes. You and your husband come visit. We'll have a barbecue or something. But anyway, you look at the back now, and she's got she puts in artificial flowers in there too, and it's not tacky looking, like, because her mom and dad, when we go to their house and you drive up the driveway, you see all these artificial little flowers, and I go, that looks kind of, because it looks fake, right? But Deb's doesn't look fake. And then one day, we've been trying to really get our Mexican bird of paradise to grow, and they don't really come out and blossom that often. And I was outside by my casino. I was like, whoa, Deb, I said, they're blooming. They look awesome. And she goes,
oh, good.
Honey, they're fake. I go, I thought they were real. They look so real. Because what she did is she put them in with the leaves, but then she has the little flowers in there, and I thought they were real. I go, oh my God, we got tons of flowers out there, Deb. They look so good.
Whatever works.
Whatever works. But hey, what if you want to share any of your social media, Instagram or Facebook, feel free to do that.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, is where I am mostly, where I share my stories and my posts. That's Morgan with 2 N's and then Inspires, and then just Morgan Mitchell on Facebook. Good luck. There's a lot of Morgan Mitchells, but usually I'm like one of the first few that pop up.
She's the one that's got the big smile. Hey, and by the way, if you haven't tried, are you teaching Zumba too, or just HydroFit classes?
I don't teach Aqua Zumba. I do teach Zumba like in the studio though. Okay,
so yeah, if you haven't, and Deb and I, when it gets what we call the winter, when we can't go out and do what we're going to do, we decided we're going to do your Monday class indoors, because we don't really want to do an indoor class, but we're going to do that when we want to do an Aqua Zumba. But then with that, we're going to go try doing Zumba and some other things during the winter. But hey, if you haven't tried HydroFit, guys and girls, try it, because I'm telling you, it could be a kick butt workout.
Yeah.
It's not like the one we did in Hawaii. We went on vacation and we thought, we're going to do a HydroFit. They have a class here. Deb are all excited. And, we're just kind of grapevining across, and we're doing, it's a beetle workout. And then we do the dolphin spin. And then Deb and I go, we're going to dolphin spin right out of here. And we told everybody, hey guys, we have our little casita thing that we had to go to. We rented, what do you call those? Your little,
a little cabana.
Cabana, yeah. So we had to go to our cabana. We got to go because we're late. And Deb and I go, we got to get out of here.
Oh,
we're so glad to come back and do your class. But anyway, thanks for joining us and sharing your story today.
Thank
guys.
You.
She's an inspiration. She's a success story. And here she was, a stay-home mom, and look at her now. And look where she'll be years from now, right?
Oh, gosh, only God knows. Craziness.
All right, Larry, you want to say anything in parting words?
Yeah, no, I think it's really awesome that you use the vision board. That's one of my favorite tools. My family and I get together every year, kind of about December, you know, before the new year starts, and we just start cutting up magazines left and right, and just decorating. And you know, I mean, my 11-year-old's on it, my 16-year-old's on it, my wife and I are on it, and it's so cool to see, even indirectly, like, you know, not even on purpose, not by plan sometimes, but how indirect that you end up with some of those things accomplished just by doing that process for a couple of hours, you know?
Absolutely.
I just changed my vision board from cookies and cakes and everything now to, you know, muscle fitness workout stuff. So, all right. Thanks again, Morgan.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
All right. I'll see you in class. Bye-bye.
Bye.